Hey guys, I'm Gentle Occasion, and today we're playing Mechanicus 2. The demo. It's just the demo. It's just the introduction. It's basically the tutorial, but it does set up the story and what's going on, and it sets up that you're playing multiple factions, or you have the option to play multiple campaigns, which is all pretty cool. So it's a good intro, story-wise, gameplay-wise, good tutorialization. I'm pretty impressed with it, but I'll let you be the judge of that, because I'm going to play it for you. However, you can play this already. It is on Steam. You can go get the demo whenever you like. So enjoy that. So we're going to start a new campaign. I'm just going to play normal difficulty. I might try out the really tough difficulties at my own time, just to get a vibe for it, because this might be a game I want to play on a high difficulty when it comes out. That would be pretty cool, especially if I could play it early. Huh? Devs? Huh? Hi, Warhammer YouTuber here. Hello, hi, yeah, let's get on.
I can confirm the presence of Xenos structures.
Visitor Scaevola, your objective is to explore and catalog any Xenos artifacts and report back to the Omnisynod.
Such a shame to finally find what I have sought, and not bring anything back.
Limit your activities to observation. Our Forge world is young. We would know what has been here before. Only then can this region be consecrated to the Omnisire and its bounties exploited.
Of course, Prime Hermeticon. My maniple will locate an entrance to the underground structure. Let us venture deeper. There is always so much under the surface for the taking.
So I love the cutscenes. Topographical scans confirm structural entrance. Bearing 931.
A door left open for us. Perhaps seismic activity has opened it. Excavation maniple Eta 7. Scout ahead. Secure the entrance.
So people who played the original should probably remember Scaevola, and I think Sapien was another one of the characters in that, but I can't remember, the other person he was chatting to. But anyway.
These ruins belie the much larger structure beneath. There is much here I find familiar.
Archival memory scrape in progress. Confirmation null. Emergent. Anomalous energy readings, unknown origins.
Xenos, my hypothesis holds true. The day will not be wasted after all.
So you've already also noticed they're really leaning into a more sort of, I don't know, lo-fi, is that quite a word? More illustrative art style with this one, which I kind of like. Because you can tell that it's an upgrade over the previous one. The previous one seemed like it was trying to be realistic, but wasn't quite reaching that. This one is just trying to be, this sort of, more sort of hand-drawn look about it. Which I like, I like. I say hand-drawn. digitally drawn, really. Anyway, Mechanicus 2 is a turn-based RPG, a tactical RPG, in which you take control of a powerful leader supported by a group of combatants. To avoid defeat, you must ensure your leader's survival at any cost, even the sacrifice of your own units. So this, I think, is already a bit of a change over the last one, where I'm pretty sure you could take a bunch of tech priests and then the rest would just fill out the gaps. I think later on you're encouraged to mix things up a bit, but generally you were just relying on sort of a bunch of tech priests. Now it's very much no, you have your leader, which is one of the tech priests, and then you got your, you got your like Dominus or whatever, and then you've got all your random sort of Skitari units and stuff. Anyway, to avoid defeat, you must join leader survival at any costs, and even sacrifice your other units. It's your turn. Ooh, I like it when it's my turn. So you can cycle through any of your guys at any point. So you get an activation, and you can use that activation to activate any of your units. But the enemy will have like structured, turn time. So you can always see exactly when they're going to play and what is going to play on that turn. So you can change your mind about who goes first in order to, better react to what you know about the enemy, which I like. I like that system. I think it's nice. I do enjoy that. So by using movement action, the unit may freely move up to its movement limit during its turn. So you can move multiple times. Each weapon action may be used once per turn, but be careful, after using a weapon, the unit cannot move again at that turn. So basically means your turn's kind of over. There's some other abilities you can use after shooting, but you won't be able to move again. Traits or passive effects, they sometimes require specific conditions in order to trigger, so don't forget to read their descriptions. During a skirmish, a unit may also be temporarily affected by positive or negative statuses. And you can end your turn with the end turn button. I know, crazy. So, programmed sacrifice. If our servitor takes damage, they'll generate cognition points. Cognition points are basically your sort of, I don't know, your MP, right? They're for your special moves. Skills, here we go. Skills is what they're called. Some units have special actions known as skills. Unlike weapon actions, skills can be used at any point during a unit's turn without restricting his movement. So what's nice about that is these will have a certain amount of cognition point use, requirements, but it also means that if you have enough cognition points, you can use all of your skills in a single turn, which is really nice. So that's kind of the goal. You have your random, trash troops doing things that'll generate a bunch of cognition points. So then when you move your leader, they can just completely clean house. So that's sort of the general sort of loop here. So we're going to move up a servitor. So our servitors, they actually create cognition when they take damage. So running them right in to be hurt is actually pretty good, though, you do still want to keep them relatively safe. You do still want to actually, keep your units going and, yeah. You might need them to win the level, because it's an extra turn, But anyway, generated via unit traits, cognition points are a resource unique to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Use them to empower your leader's movement, weapons, and skills, or to activate your leader's canticle for a unit. You cannot have more than 10 cognition points stored. Canticles are special enhancements, exclusive to Adeptus Mechanicus units. Each Mechanicus leader grants one unique canticle to the units under their command, which right now is the next weapon action. This unit uses inflicts +1 damage, so yay. The unique leader one, same, okay, they will have the same. Nope, that's the leader. Sorry, the leader gives all of them that other canticle. I was just checking, because when I played this before, I was like, I just remember all these guys having it, not the leader, but I guess the leader picks that for them. But anyway, that's fine. It'll cost a little bit. Let's move you over. You can hit from there. Good. We might kill it. We can do 2 or 3 damage here. Hopefully we'll do 3. And we did. Brilliant. Alright. Moving on. You can also press spacebar to end your turn, which I will probably start doing. So we can take cover over here. Some units can use cover to prevent themselves being targeted by the enemy. Be wary, however, cover can potentially be destroyed by allied or enemy attacks. You can smash cover to bits, which is nice. I think we're just going to shoot him from back here. I want to stay out of range of these two for now. There we go. Nice. It's a good shot. So the canticle, most of the time, it's a bit pointless. I mean, over here, it probably would have been quite good on the servitor to guarantee doing 3 damage. But for your first shot, it's rarely worth doing an extra damage. Now, you can move. So, as you can see with the movement here, we've got our usual movement, and then we have all of these pluses here. That's if you want to spend 1 cognition in order to move a bit further. Also, you'll notice there's a... yeah, if I move there, you can see above the scarabs it says opportunity. They will get an opportunity attack if you walk in range and out of range. So that is a system that this game uses. I think I am... yeah, I'm going to move in. I'm going to move in over here. So we can't move through this middle bit. We take up 4 squares with our leader, which is very annoying. There we go. So we can't actually push through this cover, so I'm trying to go around it. You can shoot it, of course, but I had enemies to shoot, so I didn't. And yeah, I don't want to waste too much time with them. So, it's the timeline. It's the timeline. It's a very useful tool for planning your tactics. Sure is. Player turns. So player turns are marked with your faction icon. In your turn, you may activate 1 unit of your choice. Yeah, I know. At the start of the skirmish, an enemy unit's placed in the timeline is hidden. It is revealed when the unit first activates. So there is some degree of guesswork early on about who's going to move first, but then also usually people can't start shooting in their first turn anyway, so it's okay. At the end of each round, the reinforcement step occurs. During this step, both you and the enemy have the opportunity to deploy any units held in reserve on the battlefield. These units are then placed into the timeline for the next round. So they haven't moved in yet. Let's move you. Alright, they're probably going to get shot by this guy. That is fine. Yeah, here we go. We're okay. We got some cognition. Alright, now we're going to move up and finish off these scarabs. Marvellous. Alright, that'll do. And so he's going to be reanimating in a minute. So I actually want to stop him doing that. So reanimation protocols, like classic Necron thing, when they get downed, they'll go into reanimation protocols, but also a lot of the time they'll just start in reanimation protocols because you're running around in tombs where they're still waking up, basically. So sometimes you'll start a fight with some of them in that protocol. So we can get close enough to shoot them, and we can shoot them twice because we have enough cognition for the extended move and to use the Volkite Blaster, which I will use. Or you can actually do weakened and immobilized. So weakened makes them do their minimum damage each time, but honestly, let's just like blast him to bits. So okay, that's 3 damage. He is burning as well now, which here we go. You can right click to get their little stat screen, which I really like. I really like how this is presented. And it's very accessible just to be able to right click and get this. So you can always check on things. So, their gun does between 1 and 3 damage, so it'd always do 1 damage if you hit them with the with that curse, which is pretty cool. We can't do it, obviously we spent our cognition, but he's also burning, so he'll suffer 1 damage each turn. At the end of his turn, though. And he's down, everybody's down, that's a victory. Hooray!
That is the last of them.
Emergent. Partial exigency report from Servitor 997 Gamma. Location 18.9 meters below.
An emergency? What is the Servitor's status? Report.
Communications interference. Request cannot be fulfilled.
Then we shall have to see it for ourselves. Servitor 997 Gamma. Satisfactory. Evidently it was where?
Not satisfactory. Servitor requires attention before it's functional. So this is really just introducing you to the sort of event thing. So there is a sort of choose your own adventure type, situation between sort of dungeon tiles and stuff, which I really like. I really love this from the first game, and it's always fun. It just gives you little challenges that don't quite make any sense in a sort of tactical battle context. So I enjoy it. It gives you little bonuses here and there. Or can screw you over completely if you pick a bad option. Assess the situation at the Servitor and attempt any necessary repairs.
The Servitor's logic circuits were burned out, and the gyrosextant misaligned. These have been corrected. Report on its status.
Servitor 997 Gamma, functioning at minimal capacity.
It will have to suffice.
So we can either... Oh, so he's repaired, and we recruited another servitor. So we have another servitor in our, I don't know, squad, I suppose you can call it, in our retinue. Cool.
This one is damaged. Its machine code generator must be malfunctioning. Servitor, engage low Gothic speech mode.
Servitor 997 Gamma, auditory response mode initiated.
Good. I would scour this place for its secrets, but it is unwise to tarry. Survey our immediate surroundings and report.
Core chamber detected beyond gateway.
The mechanics of fate have put a door in our path. Surely the Omnisire wills us to delve further.
Surely. Surely they do. The Xenos technology of the gateway is unresponsive. Decide how to proceed. Subtlety. Attempt to open the gate by finding and examining the locking mechanisms in the hope of operating it directly. Or aggression. There is no time for the vagaries and hazards of Xenos technology. Use a pair of ammunition magazines as improvised explosives to blast the gateway open. Yeah, screw it. Let's blast our way in.
Apply an electric charge to the magazines.
Warning. Ammunition detonation risk expected.
Override. This obstacle bars us no longer. Where subtlety fails, enough force will always work.
There is no time for the vagaries and hazards. Yeah, fine. The door has been destroyed. Excellent.
Excavation maniple 8 to 7 and mostly intact. Servo skull, find us a way back to the surface.
Calculating optimal routes.
For an eternity, we slumbered. And as we slept, we dreamed of half-remembered lives and new forms of cold metal and hate, of shackles broken and gods humbled, of the empire that was ours and the galaxy that bowed to us. From her slumber, awoke Nefershah, our guard to the Pharaon Sankotep. Nefershah, she who was to decide the fate of Kivroth.
Investigate the disturbance. I can do that.
Memories. Biotransference. The cold of the great sleep. I have dreamed, but now I wake.
The weight of eons lay on the tomb of Nefershah. The Vanguard knew her slumber had been a long one, but there was no telling how long.
There is no time to wallow in our past. I am the hand of the Pharaon. I am the Vanguard to Sankotep. My duties are to the throne. Cryptek Kynox, attend to me.
But I was not there.
The maps look great. Like, I really enjoy the sort of like weird holographic maps. They're good. Very good.
Nefershah found herself faced with alien intruders. She regarded the creatures with as much mild curiosity as anger. They appeared partially biological and carried weapons of strange and inefficient design. They moved to attack, but Nefershah gave no quarter.
Only the ignorant would despoil the tomb of a Pharaon's Vanguard. For that ignorance, I am the punishment.
Reanimation protocols. The first time a Necron unit is destroyed in a skirmish, its reanimation protocols activate. And like I said, keep up game. It's a round countdown timer will appear, and when it reaches 0, the unit returns to play. Some skills, like Arise, allow you to accelerate the return of units undergoing reanimation protocols. And if you don't wake them up, it seems like, oh, maybe we can leave them a bit. No, if they get clobbered, then they're dead for good. So, yeah, if they're swarmed like that, it's probably best to get them up. You can do this every 3 turns. We may as well just do it now. It'll be 3 turns before we lose anyone else, probably. And we have some other abilities too, which we'll get to. Don't have to worry about getting cognition this time round. It's just turn cooldowns seem to be the name of the game for your Necron warriors and things. So, fun. Arise! Hello there. So we've got some flayed ones, which is something that really surprised me, actually, seeing flayed ones in the tomb, sort of under our control, because I thought the whole point of flayed ones is they're sort of out of control. You know? Are there ones in tombs that are already like that? You know, I thought as after they've woken up, they start going crazy and turn into flayed ones. But I don't know, I can't entirely remember. I know flayed ones have sort of changed a bit, you know, over the years. So I can't reach anything with you. So you have this like charge attack, unless you just sprint, which is kind of cool. But anyway, that'll do for now. Might lose a flayed one here. Nope, we're good, we're good. Excellent. I am going to have him attack before that Skitari Ranger finishes them off. Then I'll have to have him attack one of these, I think. So we'll try and do what damage we can with them. So we've got some more Dominion. So this will fill up this little bar. As this fills up, it'll reset, and you get more and more points of Dominion, and those points of Dominion unlock different abilities. In fact, I'm sure the game will tell me that in a second anyway, so perhaps I'll let the game do it. Though I think the game might take longer than me, which is surprising. I'm quite verbose. Let's move you up. Great, so Necron warriors are slow as sin, which is perfect. Very, very Necron. Oh, we lost our boy. That's sad. I was hoping they'd do less damage so we could maybe get a turn out of them. You know, another turn out of them. Or waste another enemy's attack out of them. And we have some scarabs. Yay! So that's something fun about Necrons as well. Just having these little, you know, these little tubes does seem to spawn scarabs at our location quite regularly, so I enjoy that. Let's go help over here. So you can self-destruct, by the way, but you need Dominion level 3, you see. So we need this to fill up. You can see the little pips just above this bar. You know, they're all blank right now, but they'll start lighting up. Num 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 num. There we go, we've got 1 pip lit up. Dominion! Each time one of your Necron units inflicts damage, the Dominion gauge fills up by the same number. When the gauge is fully filled, a Dominion level is gained, and the gauge resets. Each level enhances or unlocks certain weapons or skills. Like self-destruct, which is hilarious. I mean, these things are basically disposable. As far as I can tell, I don't think you need to like pay for these. I think they just show up on maps sometimes. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the like main campaign is going to, you know, set itself up, really. Owie. Owie zowie. Alright, we'll just start nibbling. It's fine. I should probably have Nefashar go next, actually. Because I think she's going to get clobbered now, which might be a bit... Oh, good. We'll have her go next. And I think we can charge through both of these guys. If I move to here. Oh, no, he's in the way. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, hopefully we'll get the 3 damage. Nice. Nice. And then I can charge here as well. Alright, it still lives, but that's okay. That's okay. It won't for much longer. God, they're slow. So as far as I can tell, there's no way to speed up movement. So although it is very accurate to have Necron warriors move that slowly, it's also not all that enjoyable to sit through when you're moving a Necron warrior for the 100th time in this game. So I do hope they find a way to expedite things. Because one complaint I do have about this game is, although the presentation is very nice, right, it is gorgeous, it doesn't have tools to speed things up. to just focus on the tactics and move things around. But it also doesn't have a cinematic side to it. You don't. It doesn't zoom in to watch them stomp around where you go, ooh, you know, that's exciting. Ideally, it would have both. It would have the ability to speed things up and the ability to, yeah, do I want to go for them? What if I, no, I'm going to have someone else move first. I'm going to have them finish them off, and then I can move and attack them with Nevershell. Cool. Although, I'll probably try and get, I guess I'll probably get the Scarab Swarm to attack them, but they're going to die in a second anyway. No, they're not. We get a couple turns in a row. Excellent. Come on. Oh, it is. See, it is happening. See what I mean? It's just, it's a bit slow, and because it doesn't zoom in to see the attack or do anything cinematic. Yeah, you don't get that cinematic feel. It's taking the time, but not giving you the full effect of the hit, and that's something that I did find a bit tiring in the first game. It did stop me being completely gripped. It's just that pace is quite slow, which I think is a shame, because, like I said, presentation is great. This is still a demo, right? It is still early, still very early days. There's not even an announcement for, like, you know, when the game's out yet, and hopefully everyone will be complaining that it's not really, you know, it's not being quick or cinematic. It's got this middle ground, which isn't great for anyone. Hopefully everyone will do that, will mention that, and then they make it feel a bit more snappy or exciting, one or the other. But anyway, once per round, a unit can make an attack of opportunity. Good. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, did you get the attack of opportunity? I can't tell, because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy being verbose. That hole might be in the way of us, frustratingly. And that's on cooldown still, so fine. I guess we're not attacking just yet. Sneaky little guy running off into the distance. See, and then we're having to move everybody, and it's yeah, it's just suddenly it just makes the game feel a bit slow, doesn't it? So that's one thing I would love to see changed. Okay, we can just move here and start chopping. Mission accomplished.
The tomb of Nevershell was extensive, and its observation protocols long dormant. Until they were fully activated, the Varguard had to seek her Cryptek advisor alone.
These unworthy trespassers must not be permitted to become troublesome. And still, Kynox is not present. My Cryptek should be in attendance.
Also, speaking of, like, keeping the pace up, also you have to click after anyone's finished talking. You have to click each time. It would be nice if there was an autoplay for this, where, you know, it would just play, and it doesn't seem to be. But it would be nice if they would just have a conversation and you could just enjoy the conversation without having to keep telling them to carry on talking. You know, again, like, there should just be a toggle on the window to have it, like, autoplay or not, I think. That feels easy. That feels like it's been done to death in every, you know, choose your own adventure, graphic novel, not graphic novel, you know, interactive novel, whatever the names of these things are. So it'd be cool to see here. Decide on an approach to finding Cryptek. Kynox. Haste or caution? Nevershell opted to locate Kynox as quickly as possible, heedless of any danger, or Nevershell, wary that she may have been awoken by the presence of danger in her tomb, proceeded with caution. I mean, yeah, why else would we have been woken up, right? So there must be something. And we know there's something. We know Scaevola's scuttling around. Nevershell, wary that she may have been awoken, blah blah blah, no consequences. Okay, good. Okay, more things to kill. One thing that's quite fun as well in this whole situation is the fact that we are playing both sides right now. So really, we're trying to carefully approach the other character that we're playing as, which feels odd. It almost feels like you need to pick a side, but this is all tutorial, and you get to pick a side later, which is kind of cool. So at the beginning of each skirmish, you need to deploy your units onto the battlefield. Place and move each unit with left click. You also remove using right click. Number of units you can deploy is limited by your leader's capacity, which can be increased through upgrades, so we can only hit control 5 at a time. which doesn't include scarabs spawning, I don't think. So let's see. Let's get a flayed one in range of them. And we can do some reanimation protocols over there too. There is an engine seer over here, which is quite exciting. Okay, let's do that, I suppose. Or, you know what? Let's move you out of the way. Yeah, I want to do that. 2 Necron warriors can push up here and start blasting him. These 2 can rush these guys. I think we'll control them first. So, we don't need to use Awaken first. So we can get them up, and then one of them will probably survive to attack the Engine Seer or the Servitor. But we'll try and get attacks out of them before they're just attacked. Although, that's a Skitari Vanguard, it might be worth stopping them from being able to attack me. So actually... Ooh... But then if we resurrect them, they might attack anyway. It would be nice to get on top of them. You know, because then we get the auto attack as well. You know, the attack opportunity. So this game is quite traditional for a tactics game. And yeah, I don't want to push you right in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's quite traditional in that ranged units can't shoot when in melee range. They have to move away. They don't get a melee attack in place of their ranged attack either. Okay, now... You know what? I'm going to make this guy a target, actually. So this one can survive a little longer. Hopefully he can take a couple of hits. But, do I want to go for the Servitors or go for the Engine Seer straight away? I'm going to go for the Engine Seer straight away. We'll see how that does for us. Okay, he does have some armor. Or defense. Or both? Alright, one's in a circle, one isn't, I guess is the difference, which feels way too similar, but sure. Some units have armor and defense, making them harder to kill. Each point of armor reduces incoming damage by 1. Defense regenerates each turn and absorbs incoming damage before it can reduce the unit's HP. So defense feels more like, I don't know, shields, whereas armor is armor. You know, with damage reduction, temporary hit points. Some weapons and skills can bypass these protections. Good. Good. And I know I haven't done the plan I said I was going to do. Please survive. Ow! I can bring both of them up now, though. So that's good, actually. That actually worked out perfectly, because now they still get to carry on. Oh, incredible. Alright, that's great. Hooray for me. And we can also move up and wreck them, too. So this is going quite well so far. Also, that is a big arc. You can hit your own guys with that. And this move... Look at it spinning around. Alright, see, I said this game wasn't that cinematic, but, I mean, come on. Come on! That's pretty good. Yeah, it can only go at right angles. Which means you have to set up properly. Which I like. I like that aspect to tactical games. I think that's always enjoyable. I'm going to move you... maybe to here, and we keep shooting the Engine Seer. Oh, there's another couple damage. Because yeah, I want them dead. Nice and quickly. Alright, please only do 2 damage. Dweeb. Oh god, he's still going. But that's one shot he didn't use against him, so that's perfect. And we can shoot them again. They did get their 3 hit points back because they had their turn. It does seem to always be on their activation, by the way. So if you want someone to get their armor back or defense back quicker, have them activate sooner, which I think is kind of cool. It's interesting. We still have a flayed one we've not moved. Yeah, we've done a fair amount of work, I think. Ooh, that's a pity. Yeah, that's a pity. Can't shoot the Engine Seer from here, which is a bit sad. I think I'll start going for this Skitari Ranger. We don't have any idea of his stats yet. Now, you can destroy their cover, but I think... yeah, I'll just shoot him. What does cover do, anyway? How does it reduce damage? By what amount? I'm not sure. I feel that's one thing the game didn't cover. Oh, we will get attacked. There will be an attack of opportunity before we attack the engines here. We do just need to kill everything, so let's just work our way through them. Yeah, that's fine. Servitor's getting leery. We can move to here and then attack them both, which is very satisfying. And then we can't quite hit them, sadly. Although, I can destroy that cover. Is that worth doing? Is that worth doing? Probably not. I think that'll be fine. That'll be just fine, thanks. So that's not in combat, so I'm happy enough with that, and we'll shoot him. They've already activated this turn, so just keep blasting. No, they're coming for us. But we do have 2 defense. He ignores our defense. Oh, you cheeky boy. And then he destroyed our defense. But yeah, that's cheeky. That's cheeky, that is. Oh, we can't reach? You're kidding me. That's just rude. Alright, well. You're going to shoot my leader again. Nope, shooting flayed one. Perfect. Right. Do we go for the engine seer again? Nah, let's just blast them. We should have a few more turns. Oh, it'll be that Servitor going next. I would like to destroy that Servitor. And then we'll need a couple of attacks on him. Oh, or is that... Yeah, that is the engine seer. That's this guitar. Okay, I'm going to go for the engine seer. And then we should be able to kill him. Nice and quickly. So the War Scythe, we can attack both of them, which should kill them both. Perfect. And then I'll destroy this cover. That was cool as hell. Now imagine if that actually went into a cinematic camera. You know? From like behind the wall, and you just saw this thing barrel towards it. Like, it would have been awesome. Like, the game could be really cinematic, because the animations are great. The vibe is great, but just, yeah, it's just a bit flat.
Cryptek, are you damaged?
Nothing that cannot be attended to later, Honored Vanguard.
Good. Attend upon me, Kynox. What has caused this interruption to the Great Sleep?
The tool's observation routines have deteriorated over time. Their data is incomplete.
How long has it been?
More than a quarter turn of the galactic plane. Many stars will have bled and died since we last looked to the heavens, Honored Vanguard.
I see. Then, for all its sacrifices, immortality is undimmed.
The partial data indicates more biological entities are inside the tomb. Some warriors were roused in response, but they were destroyed.
So, we have an infestation of these vermin. The first of my duties is to see them exterminated. I shall attend to the security of my stasis crypt first, then drive them from the tomb.
Victory. And now it's Scaevola again.
We are still missing Engine Seer Deovos. It would be logical to rescue him if he yet lives.
Preloading regret. Set level 3 out of 10.
Though an escape route is the highest priority, it would be an unforgivable waste to squander this opportunity to examine a Necron tomb. I lost treasures beyond enumeration to the exterminators at Silver Tenebris. The wantonness, the waste. I will permit no such tragedy here.
So, I'm pretty sure that's just the events of the first game. Nice to have a clean slate with this title, though.
Less than useful. Should we come across Deovos, all the better. But for now, I must determine the best route through this labyrinth myself.
So, you know, I do like the fact that it's a direct sequel, but it's not. The story isn't directly, connected to the first one. So anyone can just play this game and they'll be fine. You know, it's just like they occasionally mention their past, which is totally normal for any character in anything to do. You don't need to know their past for it to be, you know, to understand it from context, right? So, topographical scan indicates structure, extends in all directions, allied life signs, nil. Watch for any intelligence or technology that can be acquired while exploring the tomb, or ignore the information rich as the tomb in favour of moving as quickly as possible. I'm going to examine. Multiple undetermined energy signatures located. Approximate escape route divination in progress.
The tomb is no mere dead structure. Something stirs here, even if it sleeps. The circumspect approach was clearly the correct one. Thus, the pursuit of knowledge is always rewarded.
Okay, less attention attracted. Fewer enemies will spawn next skirmish. Well, that's good. I like that. I thought the opposite would be the case, honestly.
More resistance. The tomb is not merely defended by dregs and stragglers. It is awakening.
Alright, so... Whoa, Scaevola's a big lass. Let's put you... Yeah, I think I'm going to have him go that way. I think. Sure. Why not? Those are flayed ones. Hopefully I can just shoot them down before they get near. We will have a couple of Canoptic scarabs coming up. So that's nice. So let's go with... so the Rangers have got really good range. They should be able to shoot across here. And the Vanguards are a little sturdier for the front line. Actually, they're as sturdy as the Vanguards, but sure. And then... yeah, sure. That'll do. So their movement isn't bad. Oh, we can reach. We can reach in a turn. God, we've got good range on these guys. Yeah, sure. Let's move you up. We can get initial hits with the Rangers, and then once they move closer, we can move up our Vanguards to get the final hit on them. Should work out quite well. Oh, we are getting like minimal amounts of damage each time, but that's okay. Necron Warriors don't have the best range. So hopefully... hopefully we can do good. Alright, yeah, they're way behind. So let's move our Servitor up. Hopefully he can get hit a bit. I mean, I would love for these guys to actually get a turn before us. Also, we have this Analyze move here that gives us additional cognition points, and it also exposes the enemy, which means they take additional damage, which is kind of cool. I enjoy that. I guess I'll just put you behind cover, so you're out of the way for now. Okay, now they move up. Good. Maybe I should have moved Scaevola first. Feels like a waste, though. Sure. Let's move you up. Let's analyze. And blast them. Nice. They're irradiated as well, which is similar to burned. At the end of a turn, suffers 1 damage, but it also bypasses defense and armor, which being on fire didn't seem to do. I'll just step back there. So your own guys will block line of sight, which is something you've got to watch out for. And I guess we're all running down this way now, which was not the plan. You know what? I can afford to move further forward too, so that's fine. It just means our Rangers can start shooting that Necron Warrior next turn, which I think sounds great. So Volkite Blaster on him. They've got 3 damage, so we'll do the attack that does 3 times 1 damage, which will definitely get that one. We can have our Servitor clobber one of these as well. Oh. Really? I was sure I could reach them. Is it just that has slightly higher range? That's got range 5, that's got range 6. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, fine. I guess we're shooting down this. I thought they had the same range. My bad. My bad. Yeah, and I could also weaken and immobilize them. Just because we have the cognition, I might as well. Alright, they're going to move up. They might be in range of someone this turn, but maybe not. Yeah, they are. It's only a servitor, though. They're made to be shot. Oh, and we got some friends. Hey, Scarabs. Hi. Hi, fellas. How's it going? So that one's immobilized. Oh. I'm being an idiot. We're not playing Necrons now. These are bad guys. I was just like, yay, Scarabs! Yeah, okay. I'm not just being an idiot. Let's blast them then, shall we? Cool. Alright, not as much damage as I would like, but it'll have to do. We do have 6 health, so I'm actually going to move so they get hit. So they don't zip through and attack the Servitor, basically. So they are immobilized. Let's see. I mean, we are very close to be able to shoot that guy. Yeah, alright. I'm going to move you forwards. We might lose this Vanguard to him unless we try and keep out of range. So I'm going to try and keep out of range. I'm going to expose them and then shoot them, which is actually kind of pointless, but we get cognition for it. But in terms of damage, it doesn't really help us much. Alright, perfect. Although I guess I could have done the Litany of the Ancient Matrix as well, which could have given us a chance to kill him, but not a great chance. And indeed, having, 2 health left, it wouldn't have been enough. We did lose a boy there, which is sad, because, I do like him. We can probably shoot him twice. Yeah, let's do that. So let's just stay out of the way of the flayed one. Okay, that's great. I'll probably use the Litany of the Ancient Matrix for that ranger's turn. And, alright, they did get in range. Okay, good. Only 1 health left. Alright, well, Volkite Blaster. Oh, I can't reach them somehow. Oh, because we've got someone in the way. They are going to get a turn soon, but everyone's got enough health that I don't feel I need to worry about that. So let's move you up. Let's shoot you. Well, let's use the Litany first, so we can guarantee a kill. Nice. Okay, let's end your turn. So they're immobilized and everything. Now I can Volkite Blaster. Let's see. Yeah, him being there is actually a nuisance now, because I could have shot them, moved, and stabbed him. Potentially. Oh no, that would have stopped me moving, I think. Huh. It's fine. It's whatever. These two can team up on them. I'm going to shoot the flayed one. You know what? I'm going to shoot this guy. Then I'm going to move forward and shoot the flayed one. I can't move forward. You can't move after you do that attack. The fact that it's, one that uses, like, it's a skill, right? I don't think of it as attack. I think of it as a skill. But no, you still have to move before you use a skill. It's any attack. Silly me. I'm still figuring out the nuance. And we do have some reinforcements. We still have more servitors. Cool. Alright. That is fine. Let's, Ooh, now yeah, this could be a problem. So we need to... We need to kill him nice and quickly, and then get him out of the way so this guy can't shoot. But of course, he can't do that. It's these guys that can shoot and then still move. Let's try and get additional damage, shall we? Let's see how this does. Okay, not bad. He's got 6 health, so that's helpful. Now, we can reach him. That should be the end. Good. So you don't have to knock down the ones that are, you know, awakened, you can just keep shooting. And if everything's downed, then you win. See?
The structure ahead appears unstable. Topographical scan.
Structural void detected. Depth beyond scanning limits. Multiple fractures in surrounding material.
A ravine we must cross. Erosion or seismic activity has taken a toll on the two. Time is pitiless, even to the Necrons.
An area of the tomb appears damaged by the shifting of surrounding rock over the millennia. Be warned, the passageway is split by a deep rift and ceiling is prone to collapse. I'm going to be direct. Let's take the risk. Warning, minor structural collapse.
I am aware of this. A chunk of the ceiling has impacted my thorax.
Pain receptor status override.
Fortunately, there is no superior here to admonish a lack of caution.
Okay, well, I think,
Another gateway. This one far more elaborate. But our path had taken us not to the outside, but to an inner chamber.
so I don't know if we took some damage there or what.
That the knowledge beyond must be gained.
Distress signal detected. Ident data processing. Ident confirmation. Engine seer Deovos.
Deovos lives, but barely, it seems. Give me his life signs.
Critical. Musculoskeletal damage, blood loss, augmetic cascade failure.
What little flesh remains of Deovos has proven weak indeed.
Resuscitation chance 31%. So this will be the guy that we clobbered with our with our Necrons. So his injuries are potentially mortal. Attempting to save him is the course of action most endorsed by the tenets of Creed Mechanicus. However, the chances of his survival are low. The effort expended may not be rewarded. Well, I mean, we've got to try, right? Or forsake him. Administer the Omnicized Mercy, placing pragmatism over compassion. What's pragmatic about it? That sort of implies that you gain something out of it. Is it just the idea is it's a mercy killing? I don't know. Let's try and repair him.
Shock his central nervous system. A full bioelectric reset may stabilize his augmentations.
Applying direct current stimulation. Advisory, stand back. Cardiopulmonary activity nil. Brain function nil.
His injuries were beyond remedy. Unfortunate. This death represents a significant deficit in resources.
Alright, well we got a trait. +1 maximum damage. Well, okay. Yeah, that sounds
Enough
good.
delay. Open these doors. A not unexpected welcome.
Optimizing dismemberment pattern. Adrenaline production. Maximum. Okay, time to kill all enemies. I can do that. I can kill enemies. Let's go. Yeah, let's push you that way. Why not? Okay, so we got some injuries here on our vanguards and our rangers, which I don't like. Yeah, let's put you in the middle. How's that? Sure. Why not? It'll do. And yep, let's just shimmy down the side, start blasting. Good. Love to see it. Necron warriors on the move. There are a lot of Necrons running around. And you can hit from there, which is perfect. Alright, 3 health. Do I... You know what? Yes, I do. I'm going to guarantee the damage, because I don't think Scaevola is going to be able to hit anything for a while. So, yep, that's nice. good start. Very good start. Do I want to move my servitors up here yet? I got a lot of Necron warriors up here. We're all a mystery. And then we have a Vanguard as well. I think I want to move the Vanguard up this way. I think we might just move everyone up this way. And we'll see how that goes for us. You know, they probably will be able to get in shooting range of us. They won't kill us, but if we move up, they'll be able to probably finish it. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Maybe I should have moved the servitors away first, if I was going to go all in over here. But now if he moves up and shoots one, I'm going to want to get the jump on him, aren't I? I'm definitely going to want to. So I could just put him out of the way. Let's do that, so we're still close, but hopefully safer. Yeah, we'll do the same with you. Really force them to have to like come around and we can just get the jump on them, and hopefully in a way that the other warriors aren't going to be able to capitalize on. Though a warrior could easily move up to this cover and shoot us. There's definitely a chance for that. Yeah, we'll move you over here. Cool. And I can't reach anyone, sadly, with anything. But that's okay. For now. Alright, Scarabs are on their way as well. Over here too? Nope. Nope. I am going to maybe move back again. Yeah, I want to force the Scarabs to come further around. He just lost focus, though. Oh! That's a problem. That's a problem. Alright, well, he's in the wrong spot. Now, let's see. I should be shooting these guys, really, shouldn't I? So that's a good start. Okay, and if he's moving next, then I can have someone else. Oh my god, really? Oh, okay, that's unfortunate that that doesn't block line of sight very well here. I can really, like, get a slight angle there. Yeah, that might have been a bad move. But our servitors are getting us cognition, so Scaevola should be able to just run up here and lay waste to them, which should feel good. Alright, they're moving to the wall, which means they can hit our servitor. That guy's got longer range than these guys. That is a different weapon, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it is, maybe not. That feels longer range than we've seen. So I guess I should just charge him in and start getting him to do something, right? Probably. Probably. Perfect. Did very little. And you can't shoot them from there, which is a bummer. You can shoot him. Although he could probably move forward and shoot you as well. I don't really want to be in that position. I do need to stop these two shooting. So, tell you what, let's move to here. Then I'm going to shoot you. And, do you want to waste an exposed here? I mean, we have so much, like, so many resources to spend. So I don't think we need to. Alright, let's move over here. Blast these two. That one will survive, the rest will start attacking, but I think we got a pretty good chunk of moves here. So let's do Volkite Blaster on him. Yeah. You know? Yeah, let's do a Volkite Blaster, we'll see how much damage that does. Okay, they got 1 health left. They are burning, which is nice. Then we can use the Macro Stubber. Good. And then we'll have it so we can only do 1 damage next turn. Good. And that'll do. And hopefully we can just outrange him without 2 more of them. Okay, that's frustrating. But at least we have more reinforcements too. Okay, he's going to move around and maybe kill the Servitor. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. Right, we still have loads of... Oh, he'll get an opportunity attack. They can shoot in melee as well. Attack in melee, which is annoying. Alright, let's move to here. Being a little aggressive, but we got defense. We're fine. So... Don't know how much health that thing's got. Can't use this again, because we're engaged in melee. Oh, that's frustrating. I didn't realise that. And yeah, we'll be in melee as long as they're still alive. So I guess we won't be able to do that today. That was a mistake. He'll die in a minute anyway. Let's attack him. We'll use the stubber as well. So that can be used to attack in melee, because it's a pistol, you see. It can be used within melee range. Okay. So now, it does put them slightly at risk. I think if I go here, that guy probably won't be able to shoot us. Probably. I'll expose them, start blasting. And he's irradiated, but it's still going to take him a little longer to go down. And yeah, we'll just try and outrange that guy. Okay, so now... Yeah, I think I'll just finish them off. And I'll start heading this way. Well, I guess I could stick around. You know, I could just be the target so that guy doesn't get killed. Might be safer. Are these guys going to have to move up enough? Maybe not yet. Let's just move back for now. So we can run over here and just finish that guy off. We might as well. We might as well, because next turn we can move back and shoot him, so... You know, probably. And yeah, we can't reach there, so I might as well get behind cover. Okay. And we have our defense, so that's not a problem. Even more reinforcements are arriving, which is very frustrating. We're still stuck in combat there. And we did lose some health there, which is very mean. Let's... Ugh. What is the plan here? I think we need to get rid of the Scarab so then Scaevola can handle these two. Maybe. Could we? Could we? Yeah, I'll have to melee him and then shoot him twice. Only 2 damage, which is a bummer, but the ranger can come in and finish the day. You know, finish it off, I suppose. Maybe I should have used the litany. Alright, let's get you behind cover. Present yourself as a target. Let's move you in. Shoot this guy. Lovely. Okay, then it's them next. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, I could have just looked at the turn order and worked it out, but, you know. Right, so. I want to move here. And then melee him. And now I'm not in melee anymore. So I can use my Volkite Blaster. And hopefully the macro stubber can reach this guy where I'm stood. Hopefully. It can. Doesn't quite kill him though. Could also weaken him though. So he won't be as effective on his turn now. And yeah, we have our Vanguard, so I can shoot him with a couple of attacks here. So let's analyze him. I'm also going to use the Litany of the Ancient Matrix. And I can do max damage. Well, not max damage, just +1 damage. But that's not bad. And he is irradiated. He can take extra damage, but still, sadly, not quite enough. But this should be. Excellent. And one more shot just hits our defense. And he keels over because the burning.
The heart of the tomb. Random fate generation has led us here. The Omnissiah willed it.
Another victory. Now we need to repel the invaders. We are the Necrons again.
Evershar's first glimpse of the invaders was of an individual who would prove to be an outlier in their number. Though Evershar did not know it at the time, this Scaevola was from the human order of the Adeptus Mechanicus. It was learned in the ways of scientific theory and practice, albeit only by primitive human standards.
A strange and biological thing. Is this what has infested the galaxy in our absence? One would imagine evolution had produced something more robust. So this is indeed a tomb, and you are the one interred. Evidently a Necron of some seniority. A rare specimen. It understands us. Physically unimpressive, but advanced. You shall discover just how advanced we can be, Xenos. This primitive creature addresses me as if I were an outsider. Yet this is my domain. One that no intruder will be permitted to tread. Let alone a whelp from a species not fit to witness a Necron's majesty. I am no tinkerer with ancient trinkets I do not understand. I have harvested technology from 100 Xenos races and delved into secrets even your once great civilization does not know. We mastered the forces of this galaxy before you even stumbled blindly across your world's surface. What secrets can you know that are not trifles to the Necrons? It is only fitting they die with you.
Now we need to fight Scaevola. That exciting. Yeah, Evershar can go a little further forward, I think. Because we only got 5, so we've got plenty of room. Let's go a couple of flayed ones. I like the flayed ones. Let's do that. And then another warrior for that side. That'll do. So there's a lot to fight here. There's a lot to fight. Ourselves a little deathmatch. Let's have a look. Alright, so we don't want to go in line with this or here, right? Because, yeah. So we want to go shy of that. Then I guess we want them to move up first. So let's move up our flayed ones to that shorter position. The vanguards will be able to attack us, which is a bit of a pain. Let's force them to run this way so they end up a little closer to us. How's that sound? Yeah, we can probably move further if we're going to do that. So hopefully they move the vanguards first and then the servitors second, and then we can move up and shoot the vanguards. But they move the servitors first, and not very far either. They're trying to keep just out of range too. And that doesn't count as cover, which is a shame. Yeah, sure. Look at him flopping around. Alright, I think we have to move forward and start blasting them now. I mean, these have moved forward and they'll be in the way of the others, so I think we can just make a gun line. We'll at least have these two shoot anyway. Nice. Good start, I suppose. Got some more Dominion. And yeah, you can't quite reach. Excellent. So our other guy will be able to reach there, which is nice. We're going to go for kills here. I mean, these two could both shoot an Necron warrior and cause a problem for sure. But we'll see. We have reanimate as well. So as long as we don't let them get hit twice, we can bring them back, you know. Well, 3 times. Twice to take them down, maybe, and then an additional hit to down them for good. Scaevola's having to run off to the side. Sure. And, oh, you can actually shoot them, huh? So, do you have a different weapon? It's got a Gorse Flayer, 8 range. And these guys have Gorse Reapers. So, yeah, it is different weapon types. I didn't think it was, but it's impossible to tell. It would be nice if you could really, like, tell the difference from their portraits. Or else it's sort of, it's just annoying otherwise. We're very close to be able to just shoot Scaevola at range, which would be nice. So I've got to keep them alive, really. But I think we'll be fine. Let's start dealing with those vanguards. Because I think our flayed ones can just run in and bog them down. You know? Ooh, he's exposed us. Don't like that. Don't like that. That's big damage. That's big damage. Ooh, yeah, don't like that at all. We can also blast him, which is nice. If I go there, I can do the Imperious Advance at him, and then we'll be in range of Scaevola to start attacking, which would be nice. And like he can start shooting him too. I mean, these Necron warriors could move up and attack too. It is just kill Scaevola. That is our mission. So I'm worried about everything else attacking Evershar. Nefershar. Yeah, let's yeah, I am going to move up to here. I'm going to be a little cavalier. And that would hit them too, and that would put them in melee. Ooh, you know what? Screw it. I know, this is ballsy. Nice. And they are... Oh, we've got reinforcements, so we've actually bogged down Scaevola already. And we could bog down this vanguard as well. Let's go here so we can attack either one that tries to flee. But I'm going to try and kill the vanguard. Okay, brilliant. Now, getting a flayed one into here and attacking him might be the way to go. I'd rather not lose this Necron warrior. Not that it matters too much. But yeah, let's try and make it so if he tries... Well, he'll probably just attack there, right? And yet... Let's handle that. And yeah, I thought the Servitor would attack then. That's fine. Do we want to start wailing on Scaevola? I feel like that might be worthwhile, but I also kind of want to deal with that vanguard as well. But, I mean, they're going to be busy, right? If we move all the way over here, it'll force him towards... Oh, I didn't even spot that. That was very silly of me. Because, yeah, I don't know. I think I had in my mind that he was bogged down with the flayed one that they could move, but that's not how that works. War Scythe, let's go. Alright, a couple damage. Not great. Not great. Okay, Scarab Swarm will probably go down shortly. So we've got this other flayed one that should probably get a move on, but having everyone else do their thing first might be wiser. Let's move you up. So I'm going to shoot them. And hopefully, if they try and move, the Scarabs will get the kill on them. And they won't get the chance to shoot. Yeah, we can move... I'm going to move a different warrior up first. And I'm going to start shooting Scaevola. Okay, we only damaged their defense, and now they're about to get it back, actually. And then they're going to... Oh, then they're going to try and shoot. So we've done 1 damage to us. So even health right now. But I've been weakened and immobilized. Alright. past that servitor. Got him. Yeah, that worked out. That worked out. And then we have this blade one that I guess just needs to run up and, you know, just get into combat. Can't reach with the claws, sadly. So we can self-destruct. That will do 2 damage. That's not great. That's not great. I'm sure it did more damage last time I played this. Maybe the higher the Dominion, the more damage it does. Oh, we got weakened. We got weakened. I think that's why. Attacks by this unit always inflict minimum damage. If an attack inflicts flat damage, reduce it by 1. So I think it normally does 3 damage. But that's okay. Nom nom nom. Alright, we got rid of their defense again at least. And we can still self-destruct. So I'm down to 4 health. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let's see how we do. A bunch of rangers are appearing. That's not a problem. We can get more swarms in, apparently. Sure, why not? Okay, perfect. Let's War Scythe. And then we'll do the Imperious Advance. Done.
We are outmatched. Maniple, countermand self-preservation routines, full principle defense protocols. Retaliation.
Scanning. Exfiltration route selected.
The leader of the invaders used its underlings to surround Nevashar while it fled her sarcophagus chamber. Other guards swiftly dispatched these sacrificial minions, but not before the instigator of the intrusion had escaped her.
The architect of this outrage has fled. Moreover, this intrusion may not be isolated. There is no telling how many aliens are on Kivrath. I must go to my Pharaon. Sankotep must know.
Excellent.
From the moment I first witnessed the interlopers, they disgusted me. Eons we slumbered, waiting to reclaim our galaxy, only for it to become infested with vermin that proliferated in our absence. Now, we awaken to retake what is ours. Wretched are now the nations of meat and metal, shackled to ignorance by your faith. Do you truly believe you can stop us? We, who have shattered our very gods and enslaved them to our will. The stars were young when our empire was ascendant, and when the last of them die, we alone will remain. For we are immortal.
I hate they didn't leave the music playing just a little bit longer. Because, yeah, that music's pretty iconic. Like, that's... Honestly, I think the best thing about Mechanicus is its music. It is so good. Like, it is so intense. And, yeah, just that, you know, that music from the first game, it hits. It hits real well. So, yeah. Cool. That's the demo. Thanks for playing the demo. Warhammer 40k Mechanicus 2. The war for Hecatius 4 has only begun. Wishlist now. Preparation for the arrival. Yeah. Cool. And yeah, as you can see, select your campaign. See, look, it's teasing. It's teasing us. So you get to play as Adeptus Mechanicus or the Necrons for this campaign, which is cool. Quite exciting. I think it's a really fun setup. The game isn't, it isn't as linear as like the thing we just played was. That's just sort of the setup. That's just the introduction to the two different factions. And I love the fact that the tutorial. It's not a tutorial that shows one side or the other. You get both, because that way you get to understand your opponent's abilities, and I think that's really useful in any tactics game, to understand how the abilities of your enemy work. So I really like that. I think that's really fun. I think that's really good. Just good design. Really sets things up, and it sets both of them up as the sort of equally as the sort of point of view characters, should you want to play either one. So I really like it. I think it's a really good introduction. But yeah, I think the game suffers from the same things the first game suffered from, which is that it's just a bit slow, right? It's just, everything is a bit lumbering, especially because you're playing the two most like lumbering factions. Everything feels a bit belabored, but it doesn't do like low camera angles to make them feel scary. And I think that's the biggest thing, Like, you look at any movie, Terminator shows up, and they don't show him as an ant from above, do they? Because that doesn't make him look imposing, right? You want those close-ups from a low angle where they're looming over the camera, these giant metal, monsters, and that's how stuff feels powerful, and like, you kind of want that. You want those cinematic shots. So I think this game fails to pick a lane. I think it needs to find a way to be a lot quicker, or a way to be more cinematic, or ideally give the player the option of both, to be able to just skip animations by clicking again, or it'll make them go at double speed or something, or have it so just a double speed mode I think would really help, so you can just focus on the tactical gameplay and get a bit of a move on, but I prefer the cinematic shots. I really hope they can figure out how to get like a nice low angle of stuff. I think that would then mean they'd need to make skyboxes for absolutely every encounter, and I think that might become difficult. So, I can see why they're not doing it. It's a lot of resources, but God, it would help so much. It would really help to have that cinematic aspect to it. I think it would help make the things you're playing as very imposing and scary, because the factions that we're playing as, this game could easily be a horror game, because it does do what it can to build the tension. When you're going from room to room and getting random events and having to make those choices, and you don't know what's going to happen, like, there are elements of horror, and I think it just needs to amplify those elements of horror. But unfortunately, once it goes to the tactical map, the game pieces feel just like game pieces. They don't really feel like an embodiment of the thing that they are. And I think that's a shame. Music's great, definitely sets a mood, but I think visually it doesn't quite capture the same. It doesn't quite. You know what I mean, right? You've watched this. You're either in the basket of people who are just like, actually no, I think it's fine, or you're in the other side where you're with me, and I don't need to explain. So I think you get it, but I don't know. It's it can feel a bit slow, but the main campaign will, the main campaigns will also have all the cool management side of things, which any fan of XCOM and stuff really loves. Being able to figure out how to which upgrades to prioritize, which researches, which missions to go on, all that stuff is going to be a part of this game. So at least it was in the first game. I can only imagine that they're continuing with all that sort of management stuff with this as well. So I think that will add a hell of a lot of context for what you're doing, and I think that'll help drive. I think it'll help drive the tactical battles. You'll be really invested because it's a lot of choices you made will culminate in those tactical battles. So I think it will help to have the full campaign. But for now, I don't know. I want it to set the mood in a bigger way. So that's what I'm after. But anyway, that's my only note, really. I think the tactical combat is really good. I think there are consequences to your actions. I was playing a bit sort of fast and loose. I think a lot of that is because I just wanted to get a move on. Because the animation's so slow for a lot of the characters. So I just wanted to get stuff moving, which did cause me to make some mistakes. Because, you've got to be a bit more careful in this game. It is more of a thinking man's, tactics game, which I think is really good. But you can have it both ways. You can have your cake and eat it too. It can be a thinking man's thing that has awesome cinematic moments, you know, where you get a close-up of a Necron warrior, you know, disintegrating a Skitari. And we just aren't getting that right now. But anyway, guys, if you're enjoying this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. I'll probably be covering this more in future. Certainly, if they add some more cinematic flair, then just you'll have to fight me to keep me away from it. But yeah, anyway, there's plenty more Warhammer content on the channel. Go enjoy it. Bye.